Hey YouTube, Spider G back here real quick. Sharpened this microburst earlier this morning, and there's a little bit of grittiness. I've been EDCing it for the last couple weeks. The pivot on this one I had to swap out because the other one I had to drill out. Not this one here. This is actually the stripped one. That's becoming stripped, so it's pretty shallow in there. So I can't Loctite it or anything. So I didn't Loctite this either. It doesn't really back out on me. But I did send Casey over at Knives Fast a message to see if there's any way I can get a pivot for a microburst. Because I have one sitting in a box, but everything's in order. It's just needs a pivot, and I had to use this one from another because I did have a spare one, and I used that on this. But I have 3 of them. I used to have 4, and then so now want to take this apart, but I gotta be careful. I mean, this is the newer pivot, but you can see how shallow it is. So you gotta come in there directly and not crank, because it will strip. Nothing against anything. It's just the way it's built. The body screws are okay. T8s. It's just I need that pivot. I haven't gotten a response, and I don't know. I had that Tempest P3 that also has the stripped pivot, but it's stripped to the point where it's solid. So I'm not gonna drill it out. I need to contact Lundquist or someone over there to get another pivot, so I could then drill it out and have a knife I could take apart. But this one's pretty easy. Put the good pivot on there. It's basically, I have to use almost a 9 on this in order to grab a T9. And then the pocket clip screw is just you know, it's also shallow as well. So we'll go ahead and do I need to take no, I don't. Come apart. There you go. Alright, so let's keep all our stuff right here. Yeah. It's been a little bit. So let's clean these bearings up. So you see all these shavings right up in there. That's what's making it gritty. And that all up in there as well. So we'll give this thing a good spot treatment. I ran out of 91% alcohol, so I'm using this alcohol wipe here. You don't need to get crazy. I already sanitized the exterior, the scales and the blade and stuff, but just want to clean the bearings out. Just make sure they're all rolling. That's good. I want to get these, but in like a 2x2 or something, or 3x3, like the dry ones I have. But if I could get alcohol pads, I think like Nick Shabazz has those. I just got to do more research on it. I know they're out there somewhere, but yeah. So it's good to be back to work. Things are going good. So that's good. Everything's good. It's good. Let's make sure the threads on this are nice and good. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and it does leave wetness behind. So everything looks good there. Alright. So we will start by reinserting the pivot. Spin it around till it gets into the captive. Alright. Let's get our KPL out. Let's go ahead and juice up these bearings. Nice. There we go. Yeah, I really hope I can get a pivot, man. I really like to, transition through these knives. And this is my favorite one, so the other one is the Damascus. I know I sold that one. The one it's another stone wash, but it doesn't have these. It has the regular. But I always end up taking apart, and things happen. But hopefully you can help me out. Alright, so I'm going to put this bearing in. I'm going to put a little bit of juice right around there. A little bit. Oop. Let's get that off the tang. Some in there. Some in there. Get this nice and smooth again. Alright. Now let's get this one going. I think they already did this one, but we'll do it again. Opening goes encapsulated. Just an easier way, I think, to keep debris out. Okay. Here, I will take a little bit of the tin and put it right there. Not on the detent ball. Okay, and this is the detent hole and track. Look at that. Track is just so well defined. Just been cranking this one. Am I filming right? Yeah, okay. And it looked. Never mind. Alright, so I'll put a drop right there. Just, even that's a little too much. Even that's a little too much. This, I need to get the KPL heavy. So, trying to keep it off the face. There. I might hit it again after I put it together. The main thing is to get it on this track, and only the track, and in the hole. Alright. Let's go ahead. Oh, that's it. Do a little nano part. Let's see if it stays in there. No, it doesn't. So I have to. There we go. Alright. Put that straight up on top. Push that pivot in. Disengage it. Bring that blade down. You'll see it's very flush. If you squeeze it, it'll come back to true. And then we'll go ahead and put the pivot in. And just to keep it together for the time being, as I put the body screws in. I always back it out a little bit here, just so I catch and don't cross thread. And I'm directly not angled or anything like that. So do that with all pivots, but some are deeper than others. It's nothing against the knife. So I just put it down to it's pretty much right where I like it, but that's fine. We'll come back to it here. We'll go ahead and complete the cleaning. Alright, let's go ahead and just make these snug, just to where you don't have to go crazy, just enough to where you know it's not going to back out. Titanium hardware, yeah, good job. Didn't notice that before. Just noticed that there were T8s. Backspace here should be titanium too. Let's make sure. Alright. Alright. That's about it. My pocket clip is fine. Back it off a little bit. Let me see something. Slight play. But what I want to do is get in there right at the ball and just give it a drop. Boom. I used to have skips in this one, so I don't know if that's still pretty smooth, but I gotta tighten it up. It'll re-break in because I don't know if the bearings are on the same sides that they were on to begin with, but alright. Straight up and down like 6 o'clock. Centered. We'll call it 6 o'clock. Alright. Alright. So I want to do clean off that lock face. Any lubrication whatsoever. And then my last microfiber Q-tip, I gotta order some more, along with some regular size ones. Okay, sorry about that, the alarm went off. Alright, so everything looks good. If it backs out, I'll just screw it back in. I'm not Loctiting it until I know if I can get another pivot, because this is the only good one I have left. And when I sold the pinions, I think I sent the pivots with them because I didn't know if I was gonna continue or sell these or not, but I ended up keeping them. Alright, so that's breaking in just good, very good. And I'm not like a guillotine, if you've watched any amount of me. I like a good one shake, because that way I know it doesn't come down like crazy. Like I fixed the this one was a guillotine, so I kind of slowed it down. It was even crazier than that. I mean, you would do this and it would just be already down. So strengthen the detent a little bit. That slowed the guillotine action down. Gave me a little bit better detent, but you could see it's a one shake or just a very good control drop. The other microburst is pretty smooth. Bearings are in there on their tracks, and this one is working its way back in. But that's what I'll be carrying today, and probably my pony stout or the acorn or the drop bear. I've been liking those lately. Just trying different ones. But that'll do it for me. That was the disassembly cleaning of the microburst and the milled scales, 14C stone wash. Full clean. Ready to go back to work. Sorry about that. It bumped the camera. Anyway, that'll do it for me. Y'all be safe. Have fun. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.